The government has just announced that the government will cancel the debts of the people who are not paying contribution to JKN program. Many people are happy about it, but is it fair? Is it sustainable? What is the discussion point? Let's think about it. Thank you very much for listening every time. My name is Ipe from the International Labour Organization. Today, I would like to talk about the government new measure to write off the debt of JKN contributions. First, we need to think about what it means by debt. JKN is mandatory for all citizens in Indonesia to pay contributions every month. So if you do not pay contributions to JKN program, you will still be liable to pay contributions in the future. That is the Indonesian people's obligation. However, of course, it is always possible that some people cannot pay contributions because of poverty, vulnerability, and many other reasons. So the government has programs called the PBI-JKN, in which the government provide contribution subsidies and pay contributions on behalf of the participants to JKN. So that is called a PBI-JKN. That is the overall concept of a JKN. It is mandatory. That's why if you cannot pay or if you don't pay, your debt will still be accumulated because it's mandatory. If you cannot pay contributions, the government will provide support. So that is the program design. Let's look at the JKN coverage 2024. Ministry of Health just released the latest figure as of December 2024, and the breakdown is available in Health Profile. There were 144 million PBI-JKN participants. That means APBN, APBD provide contribution subsidies to JKN members. So these people were not paying contributions, but their membership was still active because governments were paying contributions on behalf of the members. There were 144 million PBI members. 79 million people were paying contributions, including PPU, BPU, and BP. These people were paying contributions, and that's why they were member of JKN. In total, 223 million JKN members were active. That is 78% of whole citizens. So the active memberships or effective coverage of JKN Indonesia was 78% in 2024. However, there were inactive members. That means 55 million people were not paying contributions, and also they were not eligible for PBI-JKN programs because they were not considered poor or probably they didn't apply for PBI. So if the government cancel the debts of 55 million inactive members, the coverage will go up to 98% of the whole populations. That means 278 million people will be covered by JKN programs after the debt cancellation. According to the latest news available as of today, Friday, 24th October, the government will provide the 20 trillion rupiah to cancel the debts of these people. However, is it really fair for these 79 million people who are paying contributions to JKN out of pocket? They were not all rich. They were paying contribution according to their discipline, so they have compliance. However, those who are not paying contribution, which is in compliance, can receive waiver. The government will provide support for those who are not paying contributions. In the future, if I were them, I may stop paying contributions because I can expect the government may pay on behalf of me later. So in terms of the insurance principle, this measure has a lot of risk of destroying the insurance principles. On the other side, of course, it may be good for those who cannot afford to pay contributions or cannot pay debts anymore because they can start to enjoy JKN access from tomorrow because the government will waive the debts using APBN. But think about it. In theory, they shouldn't be poor because if they were poor, they should be eligible for PBI-JKN. Why are they not part of PBI-JKN programs? Are they not poor? Some of them may be poor, but the others may not be poor. If some of them are poor, they must be entitled to PBI-JKN. Why they were not part of PBI-JKN program? There is a mechanical, systemic problem here. So in my view, the simple cancellation of debts will not solve the fundamental problem. The problem remains the same. So I expect the number of JKN inactive members will start to increase right after the cancellation of debt. So the problem will still remain the same. So is it really fair for those who are paying contribution to JKN? Is it really sustainable for the government doing this? Is it really a good message from the government to the people? Please think about it.